We ain't found Sith.
Warning, the following podcast contains speculation, which may be confused with spoilers, although it may also contain spoilers. You have been warned.
Hello, and welcome to We Ain't Found Sith. I am your host. My name is Evan.
Oh, you're the producer now.
I'm the producer. Joining me, as always, are my co-host, Pedro.
Hi.
And ex-producer, Funga.
Yoga Fire.
No, Gus has not been demoted. Gus has other things that need to be done. And so, in order to make sure that the show can still go on while Gus gets things taken care of, I've been added an extra role so that in the event that Pedro and I got to go solo, we can go solo. Anyways, welcome to issue 75 of We Ain't Found Sith. We will be spoiling the hell out of the first two episodes of The Mandalorian Season 2. So if you have not watched it and you did not pay attention to the intro, this is your second warning. But before we get into that, a couple of things that have happened over the last couple of weeks that we have not been on the air. It looks like we got a new president, guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
I mean, you know, I don't want to jinx it,
Yeah.
but I think the consensus is pretty much in, and it looks like we will be having a new president. The first 4-year term in 30 years
Yeah, since Bush Senior.
since Bush Senior. You know, give or take a couple years.
I always think of an old SNL skit with Dana Carvey playing Bush Senior, where he's crying and talking about he's like, "I'm a one-termer," and he's like crying and shit. I don't know if you ever saw that one, but for some reason
I probably did, and I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So that was the good news. That was the news we got on Friday.
Good news? Are you telling me you're not about the Trump train, bro?
I'll be honest, bro. I don't get too.
Hop on, boys! Choo choo! We're gonna take this shit back. Communism. Let's go.
I don't really hop on any political train, man.
What this
Listen.
country needs is a goddamn dictator, and his name's Trump. That's what we need.
Listen, I'll be the first guy to admit that I am a nonpartisan person. I don't, you know, I get down with the Republicans on some things. I get down with the Democrats on other things. I just, for 4 years, you know, this country has been at a roaring boil at a 10, and I was just like, you know what, man, I think we need to lower this down to a simmer. We need to get this down to maybe a 5 or a 6.
Yeah, we need to make racists scared to be racist again. That's what we need. That's what I think.
Actually, I like my racists loud and proud, so that I know where they are at all times.
No, I don't. I'd rather than fucking go back into their holes and have sex with their fucking daughters or whatever they do. I don't give a shit.
Listen, as long as you're screaming at the top of your lungs about how you don't like Latinos and you don't like black, I know exactly where you are. I know exactly where you stand. I don't have to worry about you because I know you're there. It's the quiet racists that are the ones that worry me. It's the ones that, like, they don't say anything, they don't come out, they don't march, but they hold positions of power where they can do things that affect you. Those are the ones that we need to be afraid of.
Yeah, no, I'd rather them just be scared. Just go away. Please go away.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
But anyways, that was the good news that we got on Saturday.
We might have a new president. Who knows?
Yeah, well, that was the good news. We might have a new president. We did get also some sad news. Unfortunately, on Sunday, the passing of Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as I can remember, I mean, Jeopardy every night. That was a thing in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't you know and this is fucked up to make a joke about this right now, but wasn't that like an SNL thing? It was Trebek and Connery, Sean Connery.
Oh my God, you're right.
They both died within a week of each other.
Within a week.
Yeah. That's an
Oh.
SNL thing. The day is mine.
Wow.
God damn it, Sean. The penis mightier really did work.
It's fucked up to make a joke about it, but I thought it was
It is
kind of
fucked
crazy.
up to make a joke about it, but we only joke because we care and it hurts.
Yeah.
Listen, man, it's an icon, right? Trebek. We lost Stan Lee earlier this year.
That was this year?
Was it this year or last year? I don't
No, I
remember.
think that was last year.
This year's been so long.
Yeah, this year we're gonna need a redo. 2021 is just gonna be a redo.
Yeah, unfortunately, physics don't work that way.
Oh,
I would love to turn 39.2, but that's not gonna happen.
I mean, we could like redo all of the last 4 years. Can we like not acknowledge that Trump was ever president? That would be fucking dope.
No, because you have to go in and you have to make some changes to things that he did. So it's just one of those things.
Like what? What the fuck did he do? He was just...
we need to put back into place a lot of the like environmental protections and
oh,
things
that's right.
that he stripped.
That's right.
Yeah. Personally, I don't.
What if we told the United Nations
Obamacare without the mandate? I do think the mandate's a stretch and was correctly removed.
I agree.
Although technically it wasn't removed, they just reduced the penalty to 0. But that whole thing about if you don't have health insurance, we're going to penalize you on your taxes. That shit's bullshit.
That is bullshit.
That's
like probably the only thing good that Trump did. Yes, probably. I think.
Anyways, this show is not supposed to be about politics.
I know, but it's such a big deal.
It is.
It's such a big deal.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Like the entire world was celebrating, like fucking the end of Return of the Jedi.
End of Return of the Jedi.
The entire fucking world.
Yep.
I did.
That must hurt, man.
I saw that video.
That must hurt, dude.
You didn't see the video? Somebody took like the videos from like New York and Los Angeles and all of that, they dubbed over the yub nub.
Of course they would. That was too spot on.
Yeah,
but dude, it must suck. It must suck so bad if you were him. Like to see the entire world. But I mean, how do you not notice this already? Like nobody likes you, bro. Get out. Leave.
I don't think his feelings are hurt.
I think his feelings are like paper thin. I think he gets hurt constantly.
I don't know if you guys got a chance to check it out. They did that 2-part miniseries on Showtime, the Comey Rule, based on Jim Comey's book. There's a scene when he's getting ready to go brief Trump about what's going on. One of the directors of one of the other intelligence agencies goes to him and he's like, however you tell him, make sure you break it to him in a way where he doesn't take it personally. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, let's just say the guy can take a beating, but he can't take a punch. And then like he looks at it like, what do you mean? He's like, he doesn't give a shit if half the world hates him. But if he thinks that you personally have something against him, then like he will never let it go. I was like, oh my God, that's the perfect description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he
that's
can
what it
take
looks
a beating,
like.
but he can't take a punch.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Like all his like angry tweets and shit like that. I'm just like, this guy got his feelings hurt, man.
Well, it's not that. It's that he the way he acts, like he doesn't give a shit about all the 50-60% of the country that doesn't like him.
He's a 12-year-old internet troll. That's what he is. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He talks shit on the internet, and then if you say something to his face, he gets his feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I don't think that's your opinion by yourself. I think that's a shared opinion among a lot of people. But yeah, like that's enough of the news of what's going on in the real world. Let's go into the world that we like to live in, the world of sci-fi fantasy stuff. Yeah. And so we've been out for 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks, a few things have happened here and there. One of the first stories that happened while we were off is Oscar Isaacs will be playing Moon Knight in a Moon Knight TV series for Disney Plus.
I like myself some Moon Knight, not gonna lie.
And I like me some Oscar Isaacs. And
represented 305, baby.
And I think that's a great combination.
I just like him.
I
like
know-
him because he's 305 as fuck. That's all.
Yeah. I know you're on that Moon Knight train. I know you know I'm on that Moon Knight train because I think
Yeah.
I got you into that.
You
character.
got me back into that guy. Yeah. Super hard.
We've been trying to get Gus into it, but Gus doesn't read comics, so I know that it's one of those things. So man, Oscar Isaacs, talk about like snagging a top tier guy. I mean, Academy Award nominee Oscar Isaacs, to play Mark Spector. I'm so looking forward to see what they do with the
Most
character.
importantly, Miami-Dade's motherfucking Oscar Isaac. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck if he won an Oscar or not. He's from Miami, boy. Come on,
Representing Latin culture, baby.
Yeah. Not even Miami specifically, boy. That's what I care about. Man.
And I say Latin culture, not Latinx, which is based off of a grammatical fuck up, because Latino is Spanish and should not be used in the English language. Yeah. So come at me, internet, because I know I'm gonna piss some people off with that view.
Yeah. Hot takes.
Bro, some politician in the 1990s, like this is how I imagine it in my head. Some politician, maybe Bill Clinton, in order to try to court the Hispanic vote, was like, I'll sympathize with the Latino people, and it was like, the Latin people, you fuck. We already have a gender neutral word in English. We don't need to be making one up. And that's my soapbox rant for 30.
I like me some fucking Bill Clinton. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, but that's how I imagine it happened. Some politician, speaking in English, used the word Latino, even though it's grammatically incorrect when you're speaking in English, and then it stuck, and every other politician started using it too, and then the media caught on, and for the last 20 years, the Latino people, it's the Latin people, like.
And that rant is how you.
Somos Latinos.
And that rant is how you know. And that rant is how you know Eben is absolutely not liberal. That's how you fucking know. That's how you fucking know.
I'm liberal for other shit.
I know.
What's the gender neutral term for Mandalorian?
Mandalorian.
Noise.
Nice segue, Gus. That was good, bro.
Yeah. You know that comes from the name of their planet, right? The planet Mandalore. It's not which nobody knows where it is. Like, it's a ancestral planet that's been lost to space because they became nomadic and nobody knows where the original planet was.
No, R2D2 knows.
Probably.
Yeah, facts.
Hey, R2D2 knows everything.
Yeah,
Arturito, bro.
Yeah. And speaking of Star Wars. After 40 years, we're getting a Star Wars holiday special.
What?
Really? They're gonna do that again?
The last one wasn't good. I don't know why they're trying that.
The last one wasn't good. This next one's gonna be Lego.
By the way, Eben, that shirt, love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Wait, I'm
wearing this in honor of Edwin's top 5 kickers this morning.
Is that Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
Ray Finkel, bro.
It's a Ray Finkel shirt.
Okay.
It's the Welcome to Psychoville shirt. shout out Roosevelt's. But yeah, it's the where did we go? We got sidetracked by that. Oh, the Lego Star Wars holiday special.
That's cool, man. That's when we were first introduced to Boba Fett.
We were first introduced to Boba Fett. I saw there's a trailer available. It will be on Disney Plus, which means that it'll be on Disney Plus this year, and it'll probably be on ABC next year, because that's how Disney does things.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. Looks like there's some time travel. Looks like we've got different characters from different eras of Star Wars interacting with each other. So it looks fun, and like most of the stuff Lego does, you know. So that's cool. There's that.
You think Ben is going to get to meet his grandfather?
I don't know. We also got some news. Netflix has officially renewed the Umbrella Academy for season 3. No one still hadn't happened. So we will now get a continuation. Was it the Sparrow Academy or whatever?
Yeah.
What?
And
they-
then, in the last bit of news that was just released, happened yesterday, and I know that not all of our listeners will be interested in this, but I am super interested in it. So, fledgling wrestling company AEW, which just had its 1 year anniversary, announced last night they are releasing a video game and they are teaming up with Ukes, who was the studio behind the wrestling games of the early 2000s, and the director of the game WWF No Mercy that came out on N64. So looks like we're going to be getting a wrestling game that's going to be kind of a throwback to the wrestling games that we all got into 20 years ago, and it should be fun because Lord knows that the WWE 2K series was kind of hit or miss. Anyways, that kind of wraps up the news. Did anybody get any other anything that popped up that I might have missed?
PlayStation 4 comes out on Friday, and Xbox, whatever the new Xbox is called, came out today.
PlayStation 5?
Yeah.
Well, PS5. Did I say 4? Whatever.
Yeah, you said 4.
The numbers are fucking. The new PlayStation and the new Xbox come out this week.
Yeah. There you go. My mom's happy to see you, Pedro. Anyways, yeah, I saw something about like the Xbox Series X were selling on eBay for like $1,000,
Yeah.
and apparently there's some issues with the PS5 and availability.
Yes.
But you know what, man? If the Xbox 360 taught anybody anything, is maybe don't buy the first launch console that comes out in the first few days and wait for the kinks to be worked out.
I've been singing that song forever, bro. You never buy a console at launch. You just don't do it. But yeah, they're coming out, and there's like no games on the Xbox, and there's like 2 games on the PlayStation 5, and one of them is actually a PS4 game that's boosted to play for PS5. Whatever. I mean, for whoever wants it, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yes, Spider-Man comes out with the PS5, which is probably the coolest thing about it.
Is he not wearing? Is he not wearing J's? I think he's wearing Adidas Superstars instead of J's.
He's wearing Adidas, yeah.
He's wearing Adidas.
And Adidas
yeah.
has announced they will be releasing them.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So it's the Miles Morales game that comes out
All right.
Friday. Yeah.
There you go.
Is that like in the comics? Did he always wear a specific shoe? Did he wear?
No,
probably not.
I think they're going with the Spider-Verse version of Miles Morales because I never read any of those comics, but I've seen
in the comics he has like a full-on spider suit. It's just black.
That's what I'm saying. So like in the comic books, I think he wore like a normal suit.
His suit is black, and then he's got like a red webbing pattern that kind of comes down the middle.
Yeah.
But he wears the full-on onesie like Spider-Man style.
But I don't mind this because I love Scarlet Spider, and this reminds me a lot of Scarlet Spider. So.
Yeah. Well, Scarlet Spider was cool because it was just like, it was like a quick makeshift costume that he threw on a hoodie and a spider shirt and went off to do what he needed to do.
Well, he has a spider suit underneath the hoodie. It's just a hoodie that he added to the thing. Whatever, I like it. I think it's dope.
All right. I saw that Lucasfilms is doing a couple cool things. They're releasing this this experience called Tales from the Galaxy's Edge on the Oculus Quest.
Oh,
so that's pretty cool.
So people could experience virtually.
Yeah.
Is it like, I guess it's like stuff set based around the planet of Batu, which is Galaxy's Edge and theme park?
Yes, exactly. And they're also producing a non-sci-fi story about the Tuskegee Airmen.
A non-sci-fi?
There you go.
Fuck?
Yeah.
Mean?
I mean, I know Lucas. I mean, I know George Lucas. One of his last movies was Red Tails.
Mm.
So I know that's
I
like
didn't
a
know. I don't know
subject.
he was affiliated with.
Oh, my bad. I when you said Lucas Films, I automatically thought Star Wars immediately. So I'm like,
Well,
what are
I
you
mean,
talking about? They're not making a
I
Star
mean, the
Wars
two
isn't
things
making.
are pretty synonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I heard. So I'm like, what do you mean Star Wars isn't making a sci-fi movie? That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
But no, Lucasfilm, which Lucasfilm also responsible for Indiana Jones. No,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that
but that's
I would consider that sci-fi, bro. That's
Uh,
pretty close.
that's
yeah.
true. Fantasy adventure. Anyways, I think let's get into the main event. The reason that we're here, Mandalorian season 2. Man, that first episode, that was something. That was like
Mhm.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
first episode was really good, and then the second episode, blue dick. To me,
I didn't think it was bad. I just thought it was kind of cliche.
it was boring.
But I mean, like you get little bits of the story, like you get a furthering of the relationship between the Mandalorian and the child.
Mhm.
You kind of get a little bit of a little this and there. But let's not jump into episode 2 yet. Let's talk about episode 1. So episode 1, Mando's. We start off. He's in a Gamorrean fight. Two Gamorreans are going at it in the ring. I mean, it looks pretty cool. The planet looks dope. With like, it's got like natural predators with glowing red eyes that are afraid of the light. There's so many like that first scene. So many people in suits, like so many practical effects, which I love to see.
Yeah.
We've got. Did you know that John Leguizamo was the voice of that Cyclops guy?
Oh,
No.
I knew he was in this season, and I was thinking, oh, I gotta look out for John Leguizamo. I guess
He was the voice of the Cyclops guy,
That's
which
cool.
makes me wonder. Well, why did you go get John Leguizamo if you were then gonna like alter his voice? But
Yeah, they should just have him in a suit. He was awesome as the clown, bro.
Yeah.
but it is one of those things where it's like at least with Horatio Sands, was it Horatio Sands or Bobby Moynihan in season 1?
What character?
The blue guy in the first episode, like the blue fish guy.
I think it was Horatio Sands.
Like even though like you didn't recognize him physically because of the makeup, it was still his voice. And with Queel, it was Nick Nolte's voice.
Yeah.
So it's like you get that, but then with John Leguizamo, it's like man, you go get Johnny Legs, and then you digitize his voice and alter it so that it doesn't sound like himself. And it's like, well, how the hell were any of us supposed to know that that's who he was? It was literally I had to see it in the credits. That's how I found out. But then he gets the tip. There's a Mandalorian on Tatooine, and he goes off, and guy walks in the door, and immediately we recognize the armor.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this is one of those things where, like, I tried to avoid spoilers as much as possible, but I immediately knew it was not Boba Fett because it had been in all the rumors and all of that had come out before and all. So
Yeah.
we get introduced to Cobb Vanth, which is interesting because he walks in, orders a couple of drinks, takes off his helmet, and it's Timothy Oliphant,
Yeah.
who I fucking love. Deadwood and Justified, bunch of other stuff that he's done in between.
Live for your Die Hard.
Yeah. But basically just kind of almost playing a version of the character he played on Justified. This old this Western town sheriff who's like, kind of a no nonsense, like we gotta get shit done, attitude. And of course, who every time I see him, I call him Alla Fantastic because of Kevin Smith.
Huh. Okay.
Kevin Smith calls him Alla Fantastic, and like every time he talks about him, like on a podcast or talks about him like on any kind of public thing, he calls him that. So when I see him, immediately my brain goes Alla Fantastic. It is what it is. That's how I roll. But just puts in a great performance as Cobb Vanth. I like it.
Yeah.
I will take one issue with he calls the bartender Weequay, and I always thought Weequay was the race of that species. So like that's kind of like just like walking in and being like,
Is
"Sup,
that,
you?"
is that racist? That's kind of racist, you think?
I found it weird. Like I'm assuming the bartender has a name. You know, maybe you would call him like by his name or something like that. But it's a little odd because he's otherwise a pretty decent guy. Obviously,
I mean-
you know, like all the humans on Tatooine has a bit of an issue with Tusken Raiders.
Well, the child doesn't have a name either, so
That's true. But they don't call him by his species name.
What's
they
his
don't
species
know it.
name?
Yeah,
We
they
don't know his species name.
Exactly.
But it's a little odd. Like it's like, sup, human?
So
Like I feel like that'd be a little disrespectful.
What if
Notice-
the child's species name is Yoda, and we've been calling Yoda by his species this entire fucking time?
what? Yo,
and then is
bro.
Yaddle the name of the female of the species?
Yeah, it's like cow and bull.
Yeah,
So-
or like Goose and Gander.
Yeah,
We just call
Damn.
he's a Yoda, she's a Yaddle.
yeah.
They're the same species, but we use different names for different genders. It's like a rooster and a hen. What do you want to do?
There it is. We
blew
just
my
solved it,
mind.
boys.
There you go.
That's
Child is a Yoda.
This is gonna make the rounds on all the conspiracy theory, fan theory websites and all that shit for the Mandalorian.
So my homeboy isn't a racist. It's just what they do in space. That's how it's done.
There you go. I like how even before he gets to the town, like he's hanging out with the Tusken Raiders.
Yeah.
And we kind of saw that in season 1, like when
Formerly
he
of
talks to the Tusken Raiders in season 1. But like he hangs out with them at night, and then he moves on to the town the following day. And then obviously, you know, when they get set upon by those like Tatooine wolves or whatever they are, he's able to like command them to stay back because he knows how to speak Tusken.
Oh, yeah.
That was dope. And then it's a classic cowboys and Indians, right? It's we have our town and the Indians raid our town, but we also kill the Indians, so it's like this delicate balance, and all of a sudden, motherfucking crate dragon, bro.
That was the most impressive thing about this season because I have a feeling that's where all their budget went because that looked fucking great. That
Meanwhile, it was
CG,
probably on the projector in that room that they film in.
dude.
Which if you still haven't seen the behind the scenes, I highly recommend that.
That fucking dragon was so well done, man. That shit looks so good.
Yeah.
Did that not look like a video game fight? Like
Bro, I was just
the crate
impressed.
dragon's on the ground. We blow up the explosives under it. It goes into the mountain, pops out of the top of the mountain, and starts it's like a boss fight.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was too focused on how good it looked. I was like,
Then we gotta fly up there, shoot it with our guns, and then it's gonna go back into the mountain, come back out of the bottom again. It's a boss fight. It's a video game.
Have you guys? Is there in other things like is that a known creature in the Star Wars universe?
So we know the crate dragon from episode 4. It's the skeleton that C-3PO and R2-D2 come across on Tatooine.
I mean, I don't remember that part.
There's like a skeleton in the background, and that was always said that's a crate dragon skeleton.
Was that added in the George Lucas?
It was not added in the special editions. It's in the original.
Oh,
they
really?
cleaned it up, I think, in the special editions.
I don't remember that at all.
It wasn't as massive. It was a lot smaller.
Okay.
And then in Knights of the Old Republic, it's one of the missions is you gotta like take out a crate dragon.
Does everybody know that it spits acid?
I think that was kind of a new thing. Oh man, we lost Gus.
Look at my face.
Excuse me.
Jeez.
To answer his question, I don't know. I never played Knights of the Old Republic. Pedro, did you play Knights of the Old Republic?
I did, but I never got to that. I never did that mission.
And he's back.
That was weird.
Yeah, you got kicked out.
Yeah.
I was saying that I never played Knights of the Old Republic.
Mm-hmm.
I know about it. but since I never played that level, I don't know if that was a thing in the game or not.
Because when it started to spit acid, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Does it? The thing is, everybody's like, "Oh, it spits acid." Like, I don't. Maybe it just my eyes aren't good enough. My eyes are getting older. I don't recall seeing anybody like dissolve.
Yeah.
Could have just been stomach bile.
I think some of the sand people were dissolving.
Yeah. I mean, technically, we all have acid in our stomachs. We just don't have it weaponized.
So that thing is just vomiting on people, like
pretty much.
Yeah. On command.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at.
Well, it is a dragon instead of breathing fire.
That is true.
Yeah.
But I know dragon anatomy. Don't ask me how I know dragon anatomy. But I know that dragon anatomy is that there's actually like glands in the dragon's mouth that secrete a chemical that ignite. I don't know how the acid breath works.
It comes from his belly.
Right, that makes the most sense. I mean,
he just puked, bro. That's all he did.
Like
he was too excited.
90% of creatures have stomach acid. Yeah, but then this thing goes up a mountain and starts puking on all of them.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh wow, like that's. But then Mando gets swallowed and he doesn't. He comes back out.
Yeah, he has that armor.
Yeah, I love how somebody goes, it's an abandoned Sarlacc pit. And there's no such thing as an abandoned Sarlacc pit. There is if you eat the Sarlacc. Like, oh. And possibly giving us a hint as to how Boba Fett was able to escape.
Yeah.
Because we also don't know how long Cobb Vanth has had the armor. We do, yeah. It's from the fall of the Empire.
Yeah.
Because he tells his little story. The Empire fell. He took off.
Mm-hmm.
The Jawas saved him, and he was able to get the armor.
So the Jawas had the armor initially. So
the Jawas are
how they got it. Yeah.
So they have like whatever they find. I just got a spam text message that wants me to advertise Purell.
Nice.
Oh, maybe Purell can sponsor.
But they want me to advertise it on my car. It says advertise Purell hand sanitizer on your autos.
Right back, ask them if they want to sponsor a podcast.
Yeah, I don't respond to any of those things. I just block those numbers.
Me too. Dude, today I got a phone call from a local Miami number, and every time I didn't answer, they would leave the same voice message. And it was one of those like, something's wrong with your Apple Cloud, whatever. Call Apple support in order to get this issue resolved. And after like the sixth time of them calling, I decided to just stay on the line and tell them to stop fucking with me. Like, and of course it was like, some Indian dude.
Yeah, my favorite is we're calling from Windows. Like, what do you mean you're calling from Windows?
You're like, my window? Are you behind me?
Look outside, boy.
Because they're too dumb to be like, oh yeah, we're calling from Microsoft. Like, yeah, we're calling from Windows. Like, as if Windows was a company.
Yeah.
So Windows is a product, numbnuts. But yeah, like, so we're talking. We like how so the Krayt Dragon eats the Sarlacc. Boba Fett escapes. I'm guessing his armor's fucked up. Because obviously we see like it's it's a pretty deteriorated condition.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been all fucking busted.
Yeah,
up.
he's always had dings on it.
Did you notice that when they had a shot of the jetpack, it was missing the rocket, and there was like a repair to like the back of it. Where,
well, the repair is where Han Solo hit it and like it kind of exploded.
Yeah, and the rocket's gone because he used the rocket.
Yeah, but then he gets another rocket. Like apparently Cobb Vanth got the hookup. He gets the replacement rockets for this thing.
Oh, did he? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, because he used one when he was fighting off the mining guild, and then he uses another one on the Krayt Dragon.
He uses one on the mining guild. I thought it was only Mando who used it.
No, when the guys take off on the speeder, and then like he fucking like bends over and shoots that thing at them.
That's Mando. That was Mando.
No,
that was your
Cobb
boy.
Vanth.
That was all.
That was the flashback.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Mando did the exact same thing.
Mando's jetpack doesn't have a rocket. Mando has like those little rockets on his wrist.
I like how he tricked that guy into taking his rocket, and then he just fucking sends him off
Yeah.
into the sky.
So,
that's what he did. He didn't shoot a rocket. That's
Yeah.
right. He fucking blasted up in the sky.
yeah,
My
so,
bad.
Okay,
I'm remembering it
so,
wrong.
So the Sand People and the Village People, they they team up together to take out the Crate Dragon. The Sand People will not attack the villagers. They just want the carcass.
Yeah.
And what do they find in the carcass? They find the Crate Dragon Pearl, which is another big thing of like Star Wars lore, which has been around like forever and stuff like that.
Tell me the story behind that, because I saw like, okay, they found a huge pearl. Cool.
Well, I
Like,
believe that was
what's
part of the
significance?
mission in Knights of the Old Republic. The reason why you got to take out the Crate Dragon is to get the pearl.
And what's the significance behind the pearl?
I have no idea because I never dug that deep into the
I
thing.
never
I
played
just know that the internet
Damn.
was all happy about it.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, so this makes me even more happy because I never played that part of Knights of the Old Republic. So like, damn, these guys are fucking digging deep on fucking.
Bro,
Fandom.
Filoni and Favreau, bro.
They like that shit for real.
Filoni
Mhm.
just demonstrating why he should be the guy that's running this Lucasfilm instead of Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, man, for real. If
know-
that's true, man, if that's like the what you get for beating that dragon, like a pearl for whatever reason, even if it's just a fucking cool callback, that's cool.
I know that a lot of the people that I was watching, like on YouTube, that were like reacting and all of that. That was one of the things that they were all happy about. I was like, it's the pearl, which I'm glad I saw the videos because I thought it might have been an egg.
Mm.
Yeah, I
was like,
didn't think.
Oh, all right.
Wouldn't
didn't
that be
think
funny if
anything
like
of
the Crate Dragon egg is like a delicacy and
All right.
Yeah,
I have the
that's why they're
answer.
so happy?
I have the answer.
Okay.
All right. In Legends, Great Dragon Pearls were used in lightsabers since their refractive properties were similar to that of kyber crystals.
Ah.
There you go.
So I guess in Knights of the Old Republic, that's what he uses for his lightsaber.
Could be.
Maybe.
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far.
You're playing it now. You didn't play it 30 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. I never got that far when I.
So I have a question. Remember when what's her name? When Rey makes her lightsaber, and
Yeah.
everybody was asking, "Oh, how did she make a lightsaber if there's no more kyber crystals?" Wasn't that a thing? That
Yeah.
people were asking.
So if you go back to it's either Last Jedi or it's either Last Jedi or it might be the Rise of Skywalker. In Luke's hut,
Mm-hmm.
there's like a Sith kyber crystal that I guess he had taken off of someone or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And kyber crystals. So in order to, what the Sith do is they take a kyber crystal and they pour their like dark energy into it
Oh,
and they corrupt it. And that's why they turn red.
I thought they just shoved it up their ass and then they.
I mean,
Now it's a
they
dark
corrupt it with
crystal.
their energy. I don't know how they corrupt it with their energy. They might just pop it in like a suppository and walk around with it for a couple of days. But they corrupt it by putting their like the dark energy into it, and that's what makes them red. You can, if you're trained enough, you can remove that kind of impurity from it and kind of cleanse the crystal. And that was traditionally that was kind of the origin of like Mace Windu's purple blade and like also some of the old school like temple guards and stuff like yellow blades.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where like in their training they would train up to the point of the dark side and then like not go all the way, and that's why their crystals would turn those different colors.
Mm-hmm.
With Rey, the fact that she's got like a yellow blade, it could be that she has pulled a lot of the hatred out of it, but maybe not as well enough to get it all the way. Because like that's the story also with Ahsoka's blades.
Yeah.
Ahsoka's blades, when we get to Star Wars Rebels, are white, and the reason that they're white is because those are blades actually that she took off of a couple of Inquisitors that she killed, and then she was able to like purify the blades and remove the color. And then, of course, since Ahsoka is not a Jedi anymore, her blades are white because only the Jedi would have like the colored blades and stuff like that. There's an entire thing on like what the color of the blade means about the person wielding it. There's an entire like lore on that.
All right.
So it's one of those things. Personally, I always, whenever I would make a character in like one of those old games, I always gave my guy orange blades, just because I like the idea of like the blades kind of look like fire coming out of the thing. But that's just me. But yeah, so they get the Crate Dragon Pearl. Mando's heading back home. He's got a big old chunk of meat that looks delicious. He's gonna spit.
Yeah.
He's gonna throw that on a spit roast and fire that puppy up. And he gets ambushed. And I'm not 100% sure. Some people that I saw online were saying that he gets ambushed by like bandits who want to like, rob him. I thought they were after the child.
Yeah, they were after the child.
Right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I was watching the video of the reaction. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they said they wanted the kid.
Yeah, they said it.
Yeah. Somebody called that video. I don't know. That the guy in the video also called the little short guy. He's like, it kind of looks like a Jawa, and I'm like, no, but Jawas have like the black complete face with like the two eyes in the center.
Yeah.
This thing had like its eyes out to the side.
Yeah, that thing was not a Jawa.
Yeah, it might have been the size of a Jawa, but it was definitely not a Jawa.
Yeah.
But Mando basically dispatches the guys and then throws everything up on his shoulders and walking through the desert because Mando's a badass.
Yep.
Man, it was.
He's gotta have AC in that suit for sure, right?
It's got to be something. Those twin sons of Tatooine, and he's wearing metal.
Did we lose Pedro?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
And that's when he gets back to town. We meet Dr. Mandible, which I just think is hilarious. The big ant praying mantis guy.
Yeah.
Which he's an ant, but somebody said he's the same species as like the praying mantis guy from Star Wars, the first movie.
No, he looks like the guy from Space Ghost.
Yeah.
Is it Zorak?
Zorak, the other guy.
Zorak
was like the lion guy, no?
Oh, was he?
I don't know.
Oh, I forget his name.
Yeah. But it's just cool because it's like you could tell it's a puppet. Like I love the fact that they were like, let's make a giant ant puppet, and then she does a scene with it. Never mind the fact that if I walked into a dark room and I saw that thing, I'd freak out.
Oh hell yeah!
Like if I saw a human-sized ant, I'd be like, whoa.
Well, it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Matthew Mattingly joining the stream.
Oh yeah, is that YouTube?
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for watching. If you got any comments, if you want to join in the discussion, just leave those there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love the fact that they go practical with it, right? Because if she had been sitting there and a CGI ant person was sitting across from her, it would have just looked bad.
Yeah.
But the fact that they took the effort, they made a giant puppet. Even if they enhanced it with CG, it looks way better than they've gone full CG on it.
Agree.
Pedro, your thoughts on that?
It was cool.
And then
I didn't really care
too. It's like Dr. Mandible. That's such a freaking Star Wars name to give to give someone like that. And he's like, he's got a lead on where you might be able to find a Mandalorian. You got to drop someone off, and that's where we meet Frog Woman.
Bro, did we brush completely off the fucking reveal of Boba Fett at the end of season one?
We kind of skipped over it. It was a very brief moment. It is.
That was like the most important part of that episode. Is that he's alive?
It was.
I mean, we don't know what it is. There's a rumor now they might do a Boba Fett series.
Who cares? He's alive. That's the most important thing.
Is that the same actor from?
That is the same actor from
from the
Attack of the
prequel.
Clones.
He's also Aquadad's stepdad.
That's true.
That's what's you know what I'm saying.
No, he's Aquaman's dad,
Oh,
not his stepdad.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it's his dad. You're right. Right. It's Aquaman's dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, he's back. He looks good. He's got a couple of scars on him.
Dude, their decision to make the fucking clone troopers all based off of that one dude was the most. I don't even want to call it genius. It was just a happy mistake because now all this time has passed and it falls in line with his aging. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have to make him look older or younger. It makes perfect sense for him to be old.
I mean, when you consider the fact that Boba was an unaltered clone who was not rapidly aged, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's serendipitous. That worked out perfectly fine.
Yep.
And they're talking now about doing maybe a Boba Fett series on Disney Plus. That'll kind of go like, oh, here's what's been happening with Boba Fett. While
I would rather they not, man. I like the mystery behind that character.
Maybe
as long as I still get the Kenobi series.
I don't think they'll do a separate series about Boba Fett. I just think maybe Mandalorian season 3 is going to be about Boba Fett. Because technically he is a Mandalorian.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some debate about that. Apparently there's some people there's a theory that Jango Fett was not an actual Mandalorian.
Well, neither is what's his name? Jing. What's his name?
Who? Mando?
The Jing. What's his name? The Jing something. I don't know. Whatever. Mando. His actual name. Yeah, that he's not an actual Mandalorian. He was just raised by Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's true.
Matthew says, "Did you guys know the director of episode 2 was also the director of Ant-Man? That's why Dr. Mandible was put in." I did not know that.
Oh,
that's a nice nugget.
That's a nice little nugget. Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Nice.
Matthew also states that the Boba Fett series has been rumored to be shorter, so probably about 6 to 8 episodes, and that's probably just a standalone season, not a.
That's the sweet spot, bro. That's a sweet spot. 6 to 8 episodes.
It really is.
It's the sweet spot.
That would be pretty dope, man.
Yeah. So we get into episode 2, and he's got to take Frog Woman because we don't have a name for her. He's got to get her to this planet because she's got to get her husband's waiting for her. They got to get her eggs fertilized. It's her final. I guess she's about to go into menopause, and this is like her last chance. And
gotta get that D.
They can't go into hyperspace because if they go into hyperspace, the eggs will die.
Yeah. So instead, Baby Yoda eats them.
Yeah, he's scarfing down on them like all episode long.
Dude, like I think they went a little overboard, man. He ate so many of those damn eggs, dude.
Well, we saw him eat 3, but we don't know how many he ate when
the lights went out.
When we weren't watching, because he comes down and discovers them eating one. We don't know how many he ate before he discovered them.
That's true.
You know.
Yeah, I don't. That episode was so weak for me, man. It was like so weak.
It brought my memory back to Rebels because those are the same spider creatures that we get in season 3, I think, of Rebels.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, it was like I don't know. I don't know. It felt like they weren't going anywhere with it. It was like a filler episode. There's like nothing to it.
So what I find interesting is when he's flying through space and the 2 X-wing fighters approach him, and
played by Dave Filoni and I forget the name of the other guy, but Dave they're probably both directors on the series. I love how it's like he's flying through space. He's not transmitting a beacon because he's hiding. But I find it very hard to believe that with all the gear, all the stuff this guy has, that he wouldn't have a fake beacon that he could transmit in the event of like,
But what I found interesting is that it's after the fall of the Empire, right?
Right.
And
they're hunting for Imperials.
Exactly. And the rebels, I guess now they're not called rebels. What are they called now? At that point,
the New Republic.
Are they? Okay, the New Republic is in charge. But after all these events take place, when you have episodes 7, 8, 9, it's the New Order, right?
So the New
So how does?
Republic
Uh
is
huh.
like the official government.
Yeah.
The First Order
The
is
First
like a
Order. My bad.
fringe movement of the of the remnants of the Empire.
Oh, okay, okay. Because in episode 7, 8, 9, they make it seem like the rebels are still like a ragtag group.
So remember that in episode 7, the First Order takes out the basically the capital system of the New Republic and kills like all of the New Republic government.
Oh, okay. I do not remember that part.
Yeah, yeah. The when the giant laser that kills like 7 planets.
Sounds so stupid.
Matthew points out that the spiders were actually based on The Empire Strikes Back. It was a scene that was never put into them. Yeah and no, Matthew. The are actually based off of concept art from Empire Strikes Back that was never used. But the spiders in Rebels were also based off that same concept art. So it's kind of it's pulling from both. Dave Filoni is involved with this. He was also involved with Rebels. So I credit him for saying like, "Hey, we use these creatures. I'm probably bringing those in as well." But yeah, it's we get an alien moment. We get
Yeah.
all the eggs hatching.
I would have loved instead of having that army, that fucking swarm of spiders, that pointless chase to the fucking ship, if it was just like one quote unquote alien, like a
Mm-hmm.
xenomorph type situation, or maybe a spider the same way that was just more threatening, just to like give the episode something. You know what I mean? It just felt like there was nothing happening.
It was a filler episode.
Yeah,
Kind
it
of.
was super filler.
Yeah, the whole purpose of this episode, I think, is establish a little bit more of the bond, right? Like he's starting to become a parent to the child.
Yeah.
Like he's got to watch him. He's got to make sure like he's not doing things. B, we kind of get a little bit of hey, the New Republic knows who you are, and you're not a priority for them. In fact, the fact that you saved the life of I like that they bring that back. The fact that he saved the life of the guard on the prison ship, that comes back to like pay him back. They're like, hey, you saved this guy's life. You put your neck out there for him. We're not gonna we're gonna let you pass on this one.
Yeah.
Um,
Yo, no, the weirdest part of episode 2 is when he's looking for the frog lady in that snow cavernous area, and she's there like bathing, and she's like naked,
and he's like, we gotta
naked
go.
frog lady. I was like, that's kind of weird, man.
I
Naked
like
frog
how she
lady.
just immediately grabs her clothes with her tongue.
All frogs are naked. It was just a frog.
Yeah.
Frog.
It's weird. It's one of those things. I like that she's smart enough to like use the voice box on the droid.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty dope.
Like that shit was like, man, she's a lot smarter than we thought she was.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things. I did think the giant spider that lands on top of the ship was a bit of overkill.
Why?
Yeah, I think it should have just.
overkill.
I think it should have just been that thing, and them trying to get out of the planet with that thing, like fucking them up or whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe even one of those things get into this ship and just have I don't know, anything, bro. Just something more interesting. I don't know.
Yeah. Matthew says next episode will not disappoint. We have Sasha Banks coming in, who's either maybe an Inquisitor or Sabine. That would be cool if she's Sabine.
But this is
avoiding everything because I don't want to get spoiled.
This is the problem I have with having episodes come out weekly. Because if I saw the entire thing, I would just breeze right over this, like whatever.
This would have just been something that happened.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. But this is the last thing I remember. I'm like, this show fucking sucks. But it doesn't, because the first episode was dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
You see, but I like having kind of a week to like, oh man, did you see this? And did you see that? And what about this part? And what do you think's gonna happen next? I like that part.
I like it too. Also, it gives us a chance to find Easter eggs and things like that. You know what I mean? Go
back, rewatch the episode. What I missed. Whereas if it was just 13 hours or whatever, however many episodes it is of back to back, we would just glance over so many things.
Yeah.
And everybody would just be like, "Yeah, hour 2 of the season wasn't that great, but hour 3 was." So again, it's one of those things we don't know. Obviously, we're looking forward. We've got the rumor of Rosario Dawson playing Ahsoka to look forward
Yeah.
to. Although they might just do with that the same way they did with Rebels, where they just introduced her in the last minute of the last episode of the season.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking Mark Hamill this shit.
But obviously, Ahsoka, when she sees the child, will recognize the child for what it is.
Yeah.
And
It's a
say, like,
Yoda.
this is like Master Yoda.
It's a Yoda. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things. We'll see. Sasha Banks, I don't know who she's playing. And I love also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, Disney Plus doesn't throw the episode titles on the episode until after the season's over. It's like it just says like Chapter 9, Chapter 10.
No, I did
And
not
then you
notice
don't
that.
get the title until you're watching the episode. Because like Chapter 9 was called The Sheriff, and Chapter 10 is called The Passenger. But if you were to read the title, The Sheriff, before you saw the episode, you would be like, oh, it's gonna be the sheriff or whatever, who's the main character. So I like that they kind of keep that hidden until the actual episode itself. Also, if she's playing Sabine, that'd be cool. And I know, Gus, that has no meaning to you because you've never seen Rebels. But now that you've got a Disney Plus account, I would definitely I'd say check that out, man. Rebels is
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
good. Especially because this series pulls a lot from Clone Wars and Rebels.
Mm.
But I did not know the Sasha Banks episode was going to be episode 3, so I'm looking. That's another thing to look forward. All I know is
Yeah,
Fridays at like
I'm looking forward to
5:30
that
when
too.
I'm done working.
Straight home,
Straight home in a way.
straight cash, homie. All right. Oh yeah, you're already home. That's right. You're working from home.
I'm working from home, so
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till Saturday night to watch it.
Ahsoka's been confirmed by a Disney Plus official site. I can't remember the name, but it read the famous Clone Wars Jedi coming into live action to be played by Rosario Dawson. Yeah, we know that she's going to be in the season, but we don't know when in the season. So it's one of those things. I know when they introduced Ahsoka in Rebels, they introduced her in the season finale of I think season 2. So it's one they had been teasing all season long. This this person they were getting their orders from, code name of Fulcrum, and then in the last episode of the season, Fulcrum is revealed to be Ahsoka, and it's a fully grown up Ahsoka because up until then we'd only seen young teenage Ahsoka.
All right.
I'm just looking at Pedro's picture there, just imagining that he's got something to say and he just hasn't said it.
It's the face of
He's like that
fucking
fucking
awful
frog
fart.
lady.
Yeah, that's the face Mando made underneath his mask when he saw the frog lady.
When he saw the frog lady.
Yeah.
He was just, ooh, God, kind of gross.
Anyways, so we're at 58 minutes. I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Gus, if you want to throw up the banners there, and I'm gonna grab a deck for another edition of Show Us Your Deck.
All right. Yeah. It's not ready.
Yeah.
Come on, Eben.
What
Should have
a
been ready.
fucking amateur.
Hey man, I forgot to put it next to me. What do you want? At least it was nearby. It's not like I had to leave the room to get it. But, let's see. What are we gonna pull out of the R2 unit today?
Always pull out.
Always pull out, right? There you go. All right.
There you go. Look, Matthew says episode 5 is being directed by Dave Filoni, so most likely then. All right.
All right. Yeah, that's possible. I know Dave Filoni is is big into Ahsoka, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
So we got today Superstars of Music card.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
This is what is this? 1991.
Oh boy.
Interesante.
Yeah.
There better be a Michael Jackson in there.
Oh,
Ooh.
you know for sure.
Are
there's
you
gonna be Michael
calling
Jackson.
dibs?
Dibs.
Let's find out. Let's see. Oh,
Oh, it's your boy.
it's
Oh,
Billy Idol.
I want Billy Idol.
There you go.
White Wedding, bro. White Wedding.
There you go, man. Billy Idol,
Like it.
card number 187.
I like how he plays himself in The Wedding Singer. And he looks the same, pretty much.
We got the Doors,
Oh
Oh,
wow. Legends.
Nice.
Legends.
Is that like a rookie card?
No, that's probably the opposite of a rookie card.
I don't think they were around in 1991, though.
No. Well, that's why it says Legends on it.
True.
Yeah. We got Kings of the Sun.
Oh, yeah. Those guys were awesome.
Oh yeah.
Let's see,
Remember those guys?
does it say what song they had?
Everybody knows those guys.
Yeah. Remember that song that they had? It was a banger.
Kings of the Sun and yeah, I don't recognize
Canadian.
any of these guys.
I think those guys are Canadian. That's
They're
what
an
it is.
Australian band from the mid '80s.
Australian.
Yeah,
Okay.
Out the window with that.
the
Nope,
Jeff
nope,
Healey
that's good.
band.
The Jeff Healey Band. All right. Look at
Oh,
Wait, is
look
that-
at their hair.
wait, is that Jeff Healey?
I don't know, but that looks like a Jerry curl, kind of like a.
Yeah.
This looks
Like a
like
Jufro?
this is like bargain
that.
bin. This is like the bargain bin
Yeah.
Lost
Look at that
Boys.
guy. That guy's got a mullet.
Oh man, the guy in the middle looks like a Stewart from Mad TV. Like, look what I can do. That guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Then we got Violence.
Violence.
Yeah.
None of those guys look
No.
pretty menacing, I guess. They just look like
Man,
stoners.
we started off strong with Billy Idol and the
Yeah.
Doors, but this is kind of if anybody knows any of their songs,
Yeah, if you want dibs.
Then we got
Oh,
Karen White.
Oh, dibs.
there
You
you
remember
go,
that
Gus.
one song she sang? That was.
I
dope,
don't know
man.
who this is. What song did she sing?
It was that song. It's really dope.
Yeah.
She began her career doing backgrounds for artists such as Julio Iglesias,
There you
Nice.
the Commodores. Yeah, so
Well, that Facts of Life song, man. Come on.
go. Yeah, it's like
Facts of Life song like from the show.
Facts of Life. Life's of
yeah.
facts. It's a good song.
Yeah, man.
Oh, here we go. Now that's a name I recognize.
Motorhead.
There you go.
Motorhead.
The Ace of Spades.
But why they gotta
Jinx.
cut off Lemmy's face with
Yeah.
the logo?
Dude, the most
Uh.
important fucking player on that fucking
Yeah,
band
disrespecting
is.
Lemmy, bro. What the
Yeah,
hell?
come on.
Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah, remember that? Chick?
Oh, yeah,
90s country.
Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah, Bonnie Raitt. I remember. Bonnie Raitt's actually a pretty well known artist.
Remember that one song she had? That was a dope.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
The Clash.
There we
Oh,
go.
Finally, back on track.
That's my jam right there.
There you go. Oh man, and this is not the most '90s picture ever.
Oh,
Excel.
wow.
Look at that.
Excel.
With the long shorts and the
Yeah, those
Those
guys went on tour with PowerPoint and fucking Word. They were really good.
and we got like an instant win card, and then we got like a 10
Wait.
cents off your next purchase.
What did we win?
I don't think we won anything. I think
It says
Whatever this
instant
is-
win.
You
Yeah, but
instant
whatever-
win, bro.
whatever this
scratch
is,
it
I'm
off.
sure it's expired.
It's a trip to London. It says it
got
right
it.
there. You should
We should scratch it.
Yeah.
yeah, scratch it.
If we win, then we're going to London, boys.
It's true. I don't know why, but every time I scratch one of those things, it makes me feel like
try again.
I don't know where's sorry, try again in London.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Probably a suburb somewhere.
Every time I scratch one of those things, I feel like when somebody scratches like a chalkboard,
Yep. Same.
but it doesn't really make that noise or anything. I don't know why, but I just feel it.
I don't know. Maybe just it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a couple of decent cards, a bunch of duds.
Yeah.
I'll save that Billy Idol for you.
Clash, Billy
Yes.
Idol, The Door, and Excel, best band in
With a
the
rebel yell.
Oh, Motorhead also, but they
Motorhead.
they
Had
did
picture of
Lemmy Dirty.
Motorhead because they cut off Lemmy's face, but
What is
You
what
know.
is an X-Wings fighter's favorite song?
X gonna give it to you.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I would have
I don't know,
taken
Gus.
that or Rebel Yell.
oh,
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
anyways, this has been another exciting edition of We Ain't Found Sith. We hope you enjoyed yourself talking Mando with us. If you're catching us later, I hope you enjoy our analysis. And until next time, just follow us on We Ain't Found Sith on all platforms.
Yeah.
Your Instagram, your Facebook, and if you're not on the Facebook group, the Facebook group's where it's happening. The Facebook group is where we're constantly getting things going on, where we're constantly posting and things like that. I'll be honest, Instagram and Twitter, we kind of
We slack.
maybe now that the politics is over, maybe we'll head back into those realms. But I don't know about you. Like I open up my Twitter, I open up my friggin'
Instagram.
I open up my Twitter. Instagram's never been like way political, but like Twitter is freaking. It's been nothing but like freaking political posts for the last like year and a half. So maybe now that we got a new president elect and stuff like that, maybe now things on Twitter will begin to kind of normalize a bit. We'll start using it a little bit more.
Possibly.
Yeah, but we'll see. Gus, they can catch you every morning, Monday to Friday, right?
Yes, sir.
On onsideradio.com.
Yeah,
The
man.
Morning Juice with Lemon City Live.
Right there.
8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
On your only local South Florida online radio station.
Yeah, dude. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Did I pass the test or did I give you?
Yeah, you did a
And,
good job. You did a good job.
There you go.
Good
Pedro, Pedro, how about you? You doing anything for the month of November on your Insta?
No, I only do it for October.
Only October. Your
I-
31 days of Misfits.
I only like October. The rest of the year is fucking dull and boring.
All right. There
What
you
about
go.
what about your birthday month? Oh.
Oh, we lost Pedro.
All right. He's like, fuck you guys, I'm out.
All right. Well, that's gonna end our show. So we'll see you later, Sith Head.